Hello and welcome to 7-Minute Guitar. Also check us out on facebook.com/7minuteguitar for the resources that are used in these videos.
Closer, more detailed photos will be available at facebook.com/7minuteguitar.
Today we're going to go over the dominant 13th chord. So that has the root note in it, the major third chord, the perfect fifth, the minor seventh, so flat that note, the major ninth, and the major 13th. That's 6 notes to place into a chord that you can use 3, 4, maybe 5 fingers for. So, of course, in these chords, not every single note is going to be in there. Let's jump right into it. The first dominant 13th chord we're going to go over will have the root note up here on the 6th string. It is a movable chord. It asks you to place the index finger on the 6th string, your middle finger on the 4th string, your ring finger on the 3rd string, next fret over, and your pinky finger on the 2 first and 2nd strings. So your little pinky finger is kind of barring those notes. It also asks you to deaden or not play the 5th string altogether. Now in this location on the 3rd fret, this will be a G 13th. And of course if you move it up to here, it'll be an A 13th. If you move it down, it's an F 13th. So it probably means if you move it here, you can play it as an E 13th as long as you don't play that A note. Haha. Make sure you get that good stretch out of all your fingers so you don't get those dead notes like I just did. That was a good example of what not to do. The next chord is going to build off of a fingering you already know if you've been doing these lessons in order. Now, we'll put it right here. Remember, we had a B7 before. And then we took our pinky or our ring finger and mashed down all 3 of those notes. Now, if we stretch out our pinky finger to that fret, hopefully I've got it down good enough, this will be a B 13th. Now keep in mind, this chord and the one I just showed you before this, these forms contain no fifths. So like I said, they're not going to have every single note. So let's take this up to the D right here. And notice the ring finger doesn't, or the pinky finger doesn't have to stretch as far. And let's do a D 13th right here. While we're at this location, I want to show you another fingering form. If you don't mind losing this root note, you can bring it up here. This is a 5th note in your chord. You can still play it as a D13 right here with your middle finger on the 5th fret and your index finger on the 4th fret, all stretched out. It just won't actually have a D note in it. Again, we've deadened this A string. So this is a D13, but you have removed the D note right there completely and placed it for an A note. The next fingering will actually have no root note and no 5th note. So you're starting to get to the point where you kind of ask yourself, how is it that, say here, they can call it a C 13th when it really doesn't even have a C note in it? We've placed our index finger on the 5th string, 1st fret, middle finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and pinky finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Now it's working off the idea of the root note here, and it's playing the 9th note here instead. So here you can use this fingering as a C13. Just play the 4 middle strings. Don't play the high E's. It is movable, so if that's a C13, there's a C sharp. Let's go up to a D13. From that fingering, if we hold these three fingers in the same shape and bring them down, all down one string, this pinky then stretches a full fret, and at this location it's B13. We just played C13 up here, so let's bring it down here and move it up 1/2 step, one set of frets here. And this also, in this location, will be C13 if we only play these 4 strings. Again, this chord has no root note and no 5th note. So the last fingering I'm going to show you asks us to bar all 5 strings here, place your ring finger on the 4th string and your pinky on the 1st string. This chord style contains no 3rd in the scale. So it is a dominant 13th, but you could possibly use it when you want to flavor up a minor chord as well. So here at the 3rd fret, we have a C13th. Again, like always, this is movable. You can go up to a D13th. You can go down to a B flat 13th. Enjoy these chords. That really completes a lot of the lessons of fingerings and those complicated places that I've really been trying to show. The next phase of 7-Minute Guitar is going to move into how scales and chords kind of come together. So we're going to review some chords and how they move along the neck, and we're going to start seeing how the scales are associated with them. So thanks for joining me on this journey so far. I look forward to continuing with you. Stay tuned for Monday after this video. We're going to go over power chords, so I need my electric guitar for that. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out facebook.com/7minuteguitar for all the pictures of the chords that I've been using on these lessons. Thanks a lot.